Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I got my girl Lauren. She's one of my clients. And I'm going to show you guys how I achieve just a soft glam look on her. She's already so beautiful. So, let's just top it off like the cherry on top. So first, with all my clients, I always put on this little cape because I'm messy when it comes to makeup. And I don't want, if they come in looking cute, I don't want to mess up their makeup at all. So this is what she looks like before. And so the first thing I'm going to do is get some witch hazel, and I am going to go ahead and wipe her face off. I personally just love witch hazel because it helps like refresh the face and remove any like dirt, and it doesn't remove the necessary moisture that your face need. So I'm going to go in with that, and I'm wiping everywhere on her face. I'm not missing a spot here. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with the Fourth Ray moisturizer. This is the pineapple kind. As you guys know, I use this in all my tutorials and also use it on my clients. So I'm going in with the Real Techniques brush, and I am making sure that I am spreading that moisturizer all over her face. And there's no special way to apply this. I just swipe. I want to make sure that it's all dried up before I apply my primer. And then I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier Pure Canvas primer. I talked about this in my last video. One of my current favorites right now. And whenever I find something that I like, I continue to use it until I'm out and I'm waiting for more. So we're just going to apply that. Then we're going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is in Warm Sand or Warm Sun and Golden Caramel. So 334 and 332. And I'm going to go ahead and mix those foundation shades before applying it to her skin, which that's what you're seeing now. Those are with both of those shades combined. Going in with one of my Real Technique brush. This is the face the Instapot face brush, and I'm going in before I start using my beauty blender. I go in with the brush. This is just a technique that I've been working with my clients, and if you guys don't notice, I'm actually starting off with the foundation first, which is not normal for me, but I've done this on her a few times and I actually like the end result, so I just kept on doing it. So then you'll see where I switch over to my beauty blender, doing the same thing, patting in that foundation until it's pretty much matte at that point before I go in with my two concealer. I have the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer in the shade Deep Caramel, and then the Tarte shade was medium tan. So pretty much the same highlighter shades that I used on her, but I used more of the darker shade than I did. So I'm going in and I'm highlighting all the spots that I would normally do on myself as well. So under the eye, the chin, the forehead, and the nose. And I also go in with the Black Opal foundation stick. At first, I go in with the beautiful bronze foundation stick in Black Opal, but then I also added a little bit of Suede Mocha at the end, just to intensify that contour just a little bit. So you see here where I apply that, and I am focusing really on lifting her cheekbones. She naturally has, you know, you can see her jawline, but I'm actually going to lift it up more to give her more of a chisel jawline. I'm gonna try. Look, I can't finesse how some of these people be doing, but I try my best. So right here, you see where I go in with the darker shade. And then I'm going to go in with my Real Technique brush. This is their Expert Face brush. And I'm going to, like I told you guys before, I normally pick that brush and I push it upwards while I'm blending, never downwards. I always either blend out the product exactly where I put it, or I am pressing that product upwards, so it allows the face or the jawlines to seem lifted. And then I'm going to go in with blending out the forehead. I am dragging that contour down. It gives the illusion of a smaller forehead, like I've explained this a few times, but Personally, I mean, it doesn't like shorten your forehead. I just feel like it gives that dimension kind of. So yeah. Then I'm gonna go in, and honestly, y'all, I actually waited way too long because girl, we were chopping it up. And so the concealer kind of got a little bit too dry. So I just had to go in really heavy with blending out the concealer more than I would like. So yeah, I didn't appreciate the fact that it dried down so much. And the reason why I did that is because I use more of the e.l.f. concealer. And so that is known to dry down super fast. But you see here where I'm trying to blend that in. And it's taking me a cool minute. Like it's longer than what I'm showing in the video because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't looking patchy and that I was pressing that product into the skin where it looks like it's melted and it was all coming together. So overall, I love how the end turned out, but I just wish I would have blended it faster than I did. But you know, when you're having good conversation with boss ass chicks, you hear me? That's what we do. We don't, you know. But then I go back in with the Tarte Shape tape. I forgot that. Yeah, I go back in with the lighter shade, and I am just gonna blend out immediately because at this point I need something to not have her under eye look so dry as of yet. The only time it should look matte is when I actually set it. I was in my mind right here. I was thinking like, damn, why did I leave that concealer on for so long? Then I'm going to go in with my Madame Glow setting powder, and I am going to set the face with this powder before I apply my loose powder. This helps just keeps the concealer in place before I set. I don't bake or anything. It's just not my cup of tea. So I'm going in and I am definitely trying to set that under eye, making sure that she's not creasing. And then also making sure that it's not cakey as well. A lot of times when I apply my powder, I can tell if I've applied too much concealer, which is really not that much times. Like probably I only got that issue with myself. Then I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder to set under the eye, the chin, the forehead, and I'm also going to carve out her underneath her contour line. So these are the same exact steps that I would normally take for myself. There's nothing that really changes when I'm doing clients. For this particular client, I just found that it works. I've been trying to change up my routine, my techniques, and doing the face for a soft glam before I do the eyes. I honestly feel like it works best for certain occasions, not for every makeup style. Like for the make and beat with all that glitter, I don't recommend you doing the face before you do the eyes. Then I'm going to go in with the same Real Technique brush that I used originally to blend the foundation into her skin. And I am going to press in that translucent powder, set her whole face with that translucent powder at this point because it's a translucent powder. It's not going to change the color of her skin tone. And then I am simply pressing that extra product in while dusting off any extra. And that brush right there that I use is the Morphe E48 to the smaller brush to blend out her under eye. Then I'm going to go in with the Morphe E4 and the Plain in Makeup by Yolanda. And I'm taking that, I don't know if you guys seen that shade, but I'm taking that shade to have her contour stick out just a little bit. As far as the fact that it got lost a little bit with setting the face, I am going to just go ahead and add some additional contour to her. You can see, you know, that I actually contoured her face and that I'm not playing. Like I didn't go too hard with the contour because like I felt like she had like natural cheekbones that didn't need to be contoured, but that's just a part of my routine. Then I'm going in. This is a blush from ColourPop. From their Milan collection. I don't remember the name, but it will be in the description box. It is definitely one of like the softest blush. So I use this blush a lot on my clients that just want a soft beat, not too much, because you can see it, but not really. Like you can see that there's a peach, not a peachy, because it's kind of darker than a peach, but you can definitely tell that I apply blush since then. So it's something that's really soft on the skin, so it doesn't stand out, but it still gives you that where it's just like, I'm here, don't forget about me, look, you know. I think I'm just talking out my ass, but I apologize. So I'm going to go in with the Benefit brow pencil, and this is the shade 5. So she used to have thicker brows, but she got them waxed, and girl, she was telling me they took some off of her, because her brows used to be super thick. So I'm just going in. She did express to me that she doesn't like her brows too dark, so I am trying as much as I possibly can to get to a I don't want to say a natural brow, because obviously you can see that the brows are done, but not to where they stand out. You know, it's just more like a feel of the natural brow. So her natural shape. If I need to extend the tail, I do, but that's pretty much it. I don't overdraw her brows or anything like that. I literally just fill in the brow hair. And if there are some parts that it's just like it needs to be filled in for it to feel or look like a complete brow, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So then I'm going to go in with my, this is my LA Girl Pro Concealer Base. I mix Pure Beige and Cool Tan to just go ahead and clean up her under her brow. And as you can see on the other side, it's already done. And voila. Then I'm going to go in with, this is a TG Supply brush, a part of their brow collection. And I am blending that LA Girl Pro Concealer, the concealer, into her eyes before I apply P. Louise base. But before I do so, I'm just going to go in with some Laura Mercier brow gel. And we're going to comb those brows upwards. Like, honestly, guys, look at her brows. Like, I honestly followed the shape of her. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. But look how her brows is literally the same shape that it was, just filled in. Okay. So then I'm going to go in with some extra translucent powder. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm about to start on her eyes. And I want to make sure that this product or the powder catches any fallout that I might have, because I've already done her face. I feel like that works best for me, as far as I still get fallout when I'm applying shadow. I haven't found a way to not have fallout, especially on really pigmented palettes. It's going to happen. Like, if you don't have fallout, the palette's not good. I personally think that way. So I'm going in with the P. Louise base. It's in the Rumor 3. And I'm applying the same type of technique that I would normally do for myself. So I'm applying the base, and I am pushing it into the skin, making sure that it is tacky, somewhat dry, not all the way, because I want to be able to grab any shadow that I am applying with this base. So then I'm going to go in with this palette from Amoras. It's like AMOR and then US. It could be Amore US. I don't know. But I'm going in with those shades that I showed you. And I actually am starting off with my transition color. I'm only using 2 colors on her. And the reason for that is because she has a smaller eyelid space. So too much shade range, I'm not going to be able to demonstrate all that. I personally don't think so. Especially for a soft glam, you don't have to add too much color. So we're going in with the transition and then a darker shade. So you'll see here where I'm applying the transition first, and then here in a second I'll show you guys how I apply the darker shade. And those are the only 2 shades that I use for this look, besides when I actually do a soft cut crease. So that's a darker shade that I applied. I kind of skipped way too much, and I apologize, but you can tell the difference between that eye and the other eye. There's a darker brown now associated with that. I then am going to go back in with my fluffy brush that I originally did to apply the transition color, and just blend the transition color up into her brows, so it's not a harsh line between the 2 colors. And y'all, her face already looking flawless. Like, come on now. So at this point, y'all don't mind my hair. I don't mind my hair. Don't mind my hair, baby, because it's coming down. Um, but then I go in with the P. Louise base. This is Rumor 1. This is one of the light shade that they have. And I am doing a soft cut crease. And the way I do that is I get a fluffy flat brush to apply my base and blend that into the shadow. I'm following the same way that I would cut the crease, but it's going to be of a softer cut crease, not a defined cut crease. Once I'm done with that, I am going to go in and set that shade with the Juvia's Place Nomad palette. So you'll see here where I blend out the cut crease for both eyes. And then I go back in with the fluffy brush. Because like I said, I don't want too much of a harsh line for my cut crease. I want that soft cut crease. And then I'm going in with that light tan shade. You can see where I'm hitting pan. So honey, you know I use this shade on a regular. Like, if we can just buy that, if I could just buy that shade, I wouldn't need any other shade from that palette. I'm just being honest. It's still a good palette, but that's like one of my favorite shades outside of that palette. And I'm going to go with the J. LaRue Pigment in White Gold. Y'all, it's almost done. And I'm going to apply that on top of the pigment. And see how I am not using any glitter adhesive or anything like that. I am simply applying this shimmer to my base already. So not the base, but on top of the shadow that I just applied. That allow it to look like a sparkly effect, not too harsh as far as looking like glitter. We want like a Tinkerbell kind of feel, you know. But I'm just going in with the same colors that I did for her under eye. She's sensitive when it comes to her under eye, so I don't do too much. I literally run the shades like 1 to 2 times underneath her eyes, and then boom, I'm done. Because once I see that you're like, you know, hesitant with that under eye, I try not to do too much. Then I'm going to go in with the Morphe setting spray, and I am going to spray that bad boy all over her face and set her face before I apply any highlight. That's pretty much, that's not pretty much it because I'm not done. But I'm going to go in with the highlight. This is the Beauty Bakery highlight. And I am simply applying just a little bit, like a little dab of shadow or a highlight on her brow bone, her nose, her Cupid's bow, and also on her cheeks. I'm not overdoing it because with the soft glam, I want it to be as soft as possible. Something that you can walk into a room, they notice you, but it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Or notice you, it is a big deal, but don't say nothing because you're not overdoing it. That's the type of look that I'm going for. So my hands are very light when applying the highlight for soft glams, unless requested otherwise. Then I'm going to go in with the white jumbo pencil from NYX, and I apply that under her waterline. I didn't want to show that footage because we kind of messed up a little bit, but yeah, that's what I did. You can see it on her waterline. Then I'm going to go in with the ColourPop BFF4 lip pencil. And then I have the Juvia's Place lipstick and also their gloss, Barely There. I will also have everything in the description box. I apologize. I know voiceovers kind of suck, but I can't talk with my mask on while doing my client's makeup. So yeah, this is gonna have to do, y'all. At least I'm giving y'all content. Okay, y'all can see me work. I know some people love to hear me talk, which I don't know why, because I feel like I talk too much. Like, oh, God, I could talk for days if you let me. But I'm just applying that. I'm asking her to smile at this point. You'll see here in a second. I'm going to ask her to smile so I can blend out the liner and the lipstick. So that helps a lot when you're trying to blend out the liner, making sure that there's an ombre effect. It allows just to get the product everywhere that it needs to be. And yeah, it just works for me. One of my clients did it for me one time and I was like, yo, I need to do this more often. So shout out to that one client. I don't remember her name. I know them by faces, unless they're like a regular that they come like 5 times a week type stuff. So at this point, I'm going in with some lash glue from Duo, the green one. And because her eyes are a little bit on like smaller than normal. I like to apply lash glue for clients that I have smaller eye space. And I am going with a thicker lash that I normally would on her. We normally do natural everything, but I ran out of the lashes that I normally put on her. So I'm going in with the lash like a level up from what she normally gets, which she ended up loving it. She was fooling herself, all right? As soon as I told her to open her eyes, just look at her reaction. Look at her reaction. She felt that. She knew she was the shit at this moment. She knew she was a bad chick, okay? I'm trying not to cuss, so PG-13, okay? Going in with some setting spray again. And y'all, that is pretty much it. I like to I don't know if I show you guys this, but I do darken her mole. She has a mole on her chin. I think I already did it because it's normally not that dark. But yeah, so I darken the mole on her chin. And then, you know, I show her what it looked like. Oh yeah, and she's a hairdresser, y'all. And when I tell you her leave out and her wig, I kind of messed up her hair, but her leave out and her wig be on point. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm sorry this is so fast and it's a voiceover. I couldn't help it. But make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. You know, your girl been coming hard the last month, dropping videos and tutorials. Like, come on. Now, look at that. Who fucking with me? No.